Hi, I'm the leader, Austin Scher, and this is.
Henley Rumor. I'm one of the programmers.
My name is Alex Markle, and I am also one of the programmers.
My name is Sarah Knieman, and I'm in data analytics.
And I'm Selena Snyder, and I'm a business analyst, and this is Waze to Improve Evansville.
Since the beginning of January in 2019, Evansville has partnered with Waze and got access to their database. This allows access specifically to BigQuery and GeoViz, and also gives them the ability to update real-time road conditions. Our project specifically focuses on pulling information from the Waze database and understanding how that works. Then providing a workflow and walkthrough that specifically displays the data in a meaningful way. After we display this data, we will also be providing an analysis that elaborates on what we found using this Waze data. This is our workflows pertaining to BigQuery and GeoViz. BigQuery starts with an input and a run of a query, which we then download the data as a CSV file so that it can be locally kept. We then add it to Excel and convert it. And then it is added into the Tableau template for presentation. The next one is GeoViz, and we use GeoViz to input and run a query. After we run the query, it is displayed right on the GeoViz dashboard in map format.
So, Waze for Cities is a partnership from Waze that allows cities to manage traffic in real time. This data can be accessed via Google Cloud. BigQuery is the main product used. It is a Google Cloud Platform product. It is able to run custom SQL queries, and Waze for Cities partners are able to analyze up to a terabyte of data for free. So we chose to create 3 different queries. The first one was one to view all traffic alerts. This was a good baseline. It gives everything that was out there. The second query was one that allows us to view alerts specifically categorized as a traffic jam. This was really important because this is what the client was looking forward to the most. And lastly, we ran a query that allowed us to see from a certain end date. So we can see from one date to the next date and get rid of all the extra data.
And then we also used GeoViz, which is similar to BigQuery, except instead of just pulling the data in more of a spreadsheet view, it's used for the data visualization, as you can see in the image at the bottom. And then it also has the ability to stylize like many other popular data visualization softwares. And then GeoViz is also hosted by Google and run from the same system as BigQuery, so they work hand in hand together. So a query that works on one, in most cases, will work on the other. We decided to use BigQuery because a problem that we had was the location coordinates that we would pull from BigQuery were pulled in longitude latitude compared to the normal latitude longitude. And so since the system was already built to handle that, it made more sense for our team to just go ahead and use GeoViz. We did encounter a few limitations that we had to overcome throughout this project. 2 big ones specifically, and that was query quota data sizes and BigQuery and GeoViz being connected softwares. So as you can see in the image on the screen, that is an error that we would get where if we would exceed our quota on how many queries we could run a day. And so generally we were limited to about 2 to 3. And so to overcome this limitation, we had to constantly plan further ahead than just the day of, or plan further ahead than what we wanted to do immediately and set it out further in advance. And then BigQuery and GeoViz being connected compounded that problem more than anything else. As if you ran out of your quota on one, you ran out on the other. And so to overcome that, we just had to plan that also exceedingly in advance, so that way we would know when we're using what on where. These are the columns that we chose for our queries, specifically as we felt would show the city of Evansville and and our client the most meaningful data that would be easy to understand. So if someone's not um, really big with technology, they would still be able to look at this and relatively easily understand and make sense of it all. And then you can see which ones we picked right there in the list. The next part of our project was that we also had to convert our data to Excel, so that way it would be easily accessible for multiple softwares if our client ever decided to change from Tableau, also with Tableau being easier to use Excel. And so our software would download as CSV files, and we needed a safe way to move that data over without third-party software that might steal data. And so we figured Excel would be the best option. And as we were doing that, we learned there were two ways to do it. You can just open the CSV file, but it ran into problems with losing data and not being able to safely make sure that you didn't lose anything. And so we went with what is shown in the images here, which was the safe way to move your data over how we needed it and have it shown the correct format. And so to do that, we just had to add it as a data source and delimit it by commas instead of tabs and change the column heads to text. And then as you can see in the bottom that fourth picture is how it would show it correctly as we wanted it. And then our final step to the project was importing it to Tableau so that way it could be used in our pre-made template. And on this one, it is relatively easy to do. As you can see there on the left side, highlighted in red, they have an easy way just to immediately add an Excel sheet. And so you could just add that and immediately get working on the template that we have made for them.
Here we have a map of the city limits in Evansville, Indiana. We have also included a closer look at the 14-mile stretch of the Lloyd Expressway, our main focal point for the project. The Lloyd has been under on and off maintenance since it was first established in the 1950s. However, unlike normal expressways, that allows individuals to travel at least 60, 65, maybe even 70 miles an hour. The Lloyd has a speed limit of 50 miles per hour that most don't pay attention to unless there's a cop riding beside them on the Lloyd. Many of the tri-state area have come to dread traveling the Lloyd, mainly due to the jams caused by traffic lights, accidents, and congestion areas. The following slides will show the drastic change in jams GeoViz has allowed us to observe amongst the Lloyd Expressway. From Alex's query using timeframes, I was able to narrow down the most important impacts and locate the areas where jams seem to cause problems. When the city of Evansville partnered with Waze in 2019, this gave the city more opportunity to make improvements through users' inputs on the app. Users must be using the Waze app or have the app open in order for the jams to be reported into the system. This first time frame is from last March to the end of June, so 3 months after Waze started taking effect in the area. As you can visually see, major jam spots are already accumulating on the westbound. There is also a smaller section popping up on the eastbound. Each dot represents one jam that is reported into the system. In order for the GeoViz visualization to be an accurate representation of jams in Evansville, all drivers must be using the app. Our second time frame is from last March to the end of March of this year, 1 whole year after Waze has been used in the Evansville area. The significant change is mind-boggling. However, to ease minds a little, construction projects started last June and continued until about October to November. These results could potentially be biased towards road construction during those times. The last time frame here includes January of this year to the end of March of this year. This year has started out a little unusual due to the coronavirus pandemic. Therefore, this time frame is slightly influenced by that. However, after examining each of these time frames at close point, you can observe that the intersection at Burkhart Road and the Wood Expressway seems to be a recurring issue when it comes to jams. After discussion with our team, we feel that we cannot take out any of the 5 current traffic lights on East Lloyd due to their major importance. Nevertheless, we have suggested to the City of Evansville that any major construction grants the city receives go towards lifting sections of the Lloyd where jams are greatly impacting. We feel that this would enable less jams, more fluency within the traffic, and potentially allow the Lloyd to live up to the name of an expressway.
What the client will receive from this project is a better understanding of Waze for cities, how it works, and the data that it collects. They will also receive a custom modifiable set of queries, as well as an explanation about the queries. We have given them a Tableau template that highlights key points of the data pertaining to traffic in Evansville, as well as a click-by-click walkthrough that starts from running queries all the way to updating the templates. This template and walkthrough focuses on minimizing cost and allowing the data to be locally stored and managed. We also provide, as seen before, an analysis of the data that has been made available thus far. In conclusion, we have learned about many limitations and workings within the Waze BigQuery system and GeoVis system. We have discovered the best way to use and modify our customized queries that allows us to minimize costs of running the queries and storing the data for use by City of Evansville. We have found that using Excel is the most efficient and an easily manageable, familiar format for the City of Evansville to follow. We display the data in an easily updatable template using Tableau. We chose this because it is already being used by the City of Evansville to display other metrics. We've analyzed the traffic using the data provided by Waze, focusing specifically on jams and the time to travel around the Lloyd Expressway.
Once we imported the Excel file into Tableau, we were able to create various worksheets and dashboards to filter and analyze the Waze traffic data. We have composed a template in Tableau to give the CIO of the City of Evansville so Evansville can further analyze their Waze traffic data in the future. We chose to analyze the Waze traffic data through 8 separate worksheets and 2 dashboards. The jam count by month worksheet filters traffic jams in the City of Evansville by month and year. This worksheet does not tell you much, however, it will be helpful within the jam dashboard if you want to analyze the traffic jams for a specific month. As stated previously, the City of Evansville partnered with Waze for Cities in January 2019. However, jams started appearing within the Google platform sometime in April 2019. This worksheet filters traffic jams by day of week. When pulling the data from Waze for Cities, the days of weeks were labeled from 1 to 7. Within Tableau, we renamed each day to read the days of the week, for example, Sunday, to make it easier for viewers to determine what day of the week each bar represents. The next worksheet filters traffic jams by time of day. As you can see, the traffic jams spike at hour 22 or 10 p.m. We have voiced our concerns regarding that possible outlier to the City of Evansville, and we are trying to reach a conclusion or explanation for the increase of traffic jams in the evening. This next worksheet filters traffic jams by street. We only included the top 10 streets with the greatest number of traffic jams. However, the user can easily change the filter to include more streets based on their preference. The East Lloyd Expressway has the greatest number of traffic jams by far at 1,025. You may also notice US 41 is represented 4 separate times within this visualization. We determined that Lloyd Expressway divides US 41 into the 4 dividing sectors. Once we created the 4 visualizations for traffic jams, we were able to create the traffic jam dashboard. Within this dashboard, the city of Evansville can filter by month, day of week, time of day, and or street. The tablet user just has to click on the data bar or line he or she wants to filter by, and the remaining worksheets within the dashboard will filter as well. If the user wants to include multiple points within a worksheet, he or she just has to hold down the control or command key to select multiple bars or lines. So say you want to filter by February, January, and December, and you just want to look at jams on the Lloyd Expressway. You can select them, and the remaining worksheets will filter. And lastly, we created similar worksheets and dashboards to filter the traffic alerts by accident. And here's the accidents dashboard. That concludes the demo in Tableau and presentation. Thank you.